most underrated teams in the NBA.
You want me
We're
to?
gonna
You want to go
we're gonna
first? You want me to go first?
we can start off. I'm gonna start it off. We're gonna start off with the Memphis Grizzlies. They are currently on a 9-game winning streak.
As
Playing
recording, because they're playing right now.
Yeah,
So
as recording because they're playing right now. They've been performing well. They've been playing well. They've been scoring efficiently. They're really good defensively.
I'm gonna give you the Memphis energy as well. I agree with Memphis completely. I mean, John Morant was my pick for most improved to start the season, and I mean he's an all-star this year pretty easily. Dylan Brooks, he might be a hack, but he plays good defense. I mean, bringing in Steven Adams was a trade that I thought was probably one of the worst trades of the offseason to get rid of Valanciunas and bring in Steven Adams. But when you got a guy who's willing to not even shoot the ball and just get the rebounds all game, and you don't have to force feed inside like you did for J-Val, I think that's huge for a team that's got scorers and shooters like Ja, Bane, and Jaren Jackson Jr. So I think Steven Adams has proven to be a really good pickup, even though that's not what I expected to start the year. And they are fourth place right now, 28-14 at the time of recording.
The Cleveland Cavaliers currently sitting at 6.
Cleveland wasn't on my list, but I definitely agree. I mean, I just don't think they have the pretty superstars that the NBA wants to prop up, because if you got social media, or even if you watch the talk shows, First Take, whatever show they got on, they're not going to talk about Cleveland. They're not going to talk about how Darius Garland and Jared Allen are having all-star caliber years, because they don't want to talk about that.
I'd say the Wizards, because like they don't have the best record. They're chilling at 9 right now, only 1 game behind from being in 10th from Celtics. Kyle Kuzma actually has been putting on a show the past couple games,
right?
Which is a
speak
big,
on it.
Yeah, because he's everybody's always been like, when is Kyle Kuzma going to reach the ceiling? When is he going to excel to the player that he can be? Because we've seen his potential when he was on the Lakers. As for Bradley Beal, that's a name that I haven't heard much this season. Now that I think about it.
He's definitely not. I got his stats up right here. 24 a game, 5 rebounds, 6.5 assists. He's definitely not at the level he was the last 2 years, but leading scorer still decent efficiency. Not shooting well from 3, but I mean 45.5%. Pretty solid.
The Minnesota Timberwolves. I like that team a lot. I love Cat. I think he's honestly probably a top 3 big man in the league when he's not being a sissy fit. He can shoot the 3 ball really efficiently, like truthfully. Like as a big man, he does shoot the 3 ball really well. He can get aggressive, but then sometimes he doesn't. The last time I seen him play was when they played the Lakers, and he
was sunning AD.
He was bullying Anthony Davis. Like
disrespectful.
I love Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards is a phenomenal basketball player. I think his ceiling is so high. I don't know what his numbers look like right now.
He is giving you 22 points.
Look at that.
5.5 rebounds. 1.5 steals as well.
As a second year?
Yeah, shooting 44 and 37.
So he's basically putting up what Bradley Beal's putting up at this point.
Pretty much.
So it's like, I like that team a lot. They also
D'Lo running the point, obviously.
D'Lo.
Beverly.
I don't know why I even forgot about him. I don't know how you got D'Lo.
Jared Vanderbilt and Jaden McDaniels on the defensive end. They're not really going to show you much in the box score, but those dudes on defense are ridiculous, and that helps them a lot. Patrick Beverly brought in that grimy, gritty defense.
He's a really good wing defender, and he can shoot the ball decently. I forgot Nas Reed was on there.
I'm gonna agree with you on the Timberwolves. They were actually my 4th team. So I'm gonna give you the Timberwolves for sure. I don't know exactly what their record is when they're healthy. I could totally be making this up, but when I see Towns, Edwards, and Russell in the box score, I feel like they win the majority of those games when I see all 3 of them healthy. D'Lo's got to stay healthy. They got to stay out of COVID protocol. I know Towns has been in COVID protocol. I know D'Lo's been injured. Ant's missed a couple games. But when I check Timberwolves games, because I check box scores pretty much every night, I feel like every time I look and I see that they won, I look at the box score, and it's all 3 of them in the starting lineup. And when I look and I see that they lost, they're missing more than one of them. So if this Timberwolves team can stay healthy, I think they are a scary team that you're not going to want to face.
Yeah.
because they got a lot of firepower, and they could make a run to get out of that play-in at the moment. They're sitting right at 500 right now. They're losing tonight, but I'm not really sure how that's gonna end up. But a game behind the Lakers if they lose, and really only a spot or two behind a 5 or 6 seed right now. So, like I said, if they stay healthy, I could see them avoiding that play-in. You might think it's a stupid answer, but I think Chicago is one of the most slept-on teams in the NBA, despite being the 1 seed by a good 2 games. I feel like they just don't get talked about enough. You got the Lakers, who are ass, who get talked about on the daily, and the Warriors and the Suns, who rightfully so, they have the 2 best records in the league. But you got Brooklyn, who's got the Kyrie news. You got Giannis on Milwaukee. And then you got Chicago, who's got, DeMar DeRozan, mid-range. Who gives a shit about the mid-range, right? Zach Levine, Lonzo. Lonzo's a bust. We cast him out. Who cares about Lonzo? And he's putting up huge minutes, and he's playing great for Chicago. Mr. Broken Jump Shot, who's knocking down a very good percentage of his
45% from 3-point.
Yeah, he shoot 42% from 3. Mr. Broken Jump Shot is what I was told. But, you actually gotta watch the games, look into it. But DeMar DeRozan and Zach Levine are averaging 26 each.
And then they were leading the league in fourth quarter points scored.
DeRozan's the king of the fourth this year. You got 2 All-Stars and then Vooch, a borderline All-Star, putting up 16 and 11.5. You got Lonzo putting up 13. Kobe White, good scorer off the bench. Caruso, great defender off the bench. I'm not sure who they start at the 4 spot right now with Patrick Williams being hurt. But I know you got guys like Derrick Jones Jr., Javonte Green. But yeah, this team is good. This team is a title contender.
Me personally, I didn't think they're a sleeper because in my eyes, I've been rooting for the Bulls since the whole thing was set up. When Lonzo went to Chicago, I was like, oh, it's right. That's a team right there. Yeah. That's a complete team in my opinion. And everyone was like, Lonzo Ball, this big BBB, triple B to the day I die. Lonzo Ball, he's one of my favorite point guards. He probably is my favorite point guard besides his brother. But I never doubted that team, even when they had a little 2-game losing streak. People were like, oh, it's a hoax.
Yep.
No. This team healthy. And the thing is, what's his name? The center.
Vucevic?
Yeah, he hasn't even been playing to his potential. He's even said it himself. He hasn't been the player he wants to be or he should be because it's a different setting. He went from being the best player in his team to now being
number 3. He's the number 3 option now.
Yeah, he's like not even. Technically number 3.
He's definitely had some stinkers this year. I mean, you look at his field goal percentage in Orlando. 51, 52, 52, 51, 47, 47, 51, 47. You look at this year, and he's at 42.6. So like you said, and like he said, not playing up to the potential that he could be. And that's the scary part because he is a borderline all-star, and he has been for the last 5-6 years.
A couple years, yeah.
And now you got DeRozan, who's playing like an MVP. Really, like, better than he ever has.
MVP, honestly. I would give him MVP right now in the middle of the season.
I don't see how you couldn't have him in that discussion. Like, when you think of what MVP really means, what that V stands for, like, it's great. I think Zach Levine's a great player and he's an all-star, but, bro, you add DeMar DeRozan, you go from not even in the play-in to number 1 seed.
Yeah, literally.
What's the difference? You want to give it to Lonzo or Caruso? No disrespect, but They're not DeMar DeRozan. They're not bringing the impact that he is. He's putting up 26 a game, bro. Mm-hmm. And he's shooting, 50% from the field?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if he's not your MVP, he needs to be in your top 5. There's no other way around it. He has to be in your top 5.
Thank you guys for tuning into this video. Time to watch, our clips and just showing love. We appreciate y'all always.
Drop a like and subscribe.
Criticize me so I can get better at my job.
I like that as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see y'all in the next one.